Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy TCC TylerCreatesContent here, and I am joined again by.
I have to do this every
Yes, you
time.
do.
Marissa.
I guess at this point, if we're doing reactions together, we might not need to introduce ourselves every time. It's just for people who are new, though. So, anyways, I don't know if you saw the last video, but we just reacted to the whole album from Me to You.
What?
This is where I'm gonna edit in like a bit of that. Of us
cheesy
going,
smile.
hang on, do it real quick. Anyway, so now we're
part of the video.
we were gonna.
I'm so sorry.
Anyways, yeah, so we're gonna just kind of get the gist of every song again, because first listen, whatever.
Yeah. Kind
of, it's 18 songs. We just kind of get the little bit gist, and then we're gonna talk a little bit about it and rate them, basically. So we already did Couloir before we put it turning on the camera.
We're overachievers.
We're overachievers here. But so what'd you think about that?
I really liked, well, like I was saying before, I really liked how the words that were spoken, and then I really liked how they emphasized the word climb. And because that's kind of what Sisyphus is about. Yeah. The climb.
Yeah, I was really saying earlier that this is kind of pre-Sisyphus. Yeah. It's literally like the prelude to Sisyphus. And I mean, I know it's kind of the prelude to the whole album as well, but it's mostly Sisyphus. And I mean, it sets up that this whole album is kind of also about, the climb, him climbing popularity, and especially like climbing in this relationship that he's going through. And I guess he's going up the hill of, a relationship. But if that makes sense at all. But yeah, it was a cool little setup track. The instrumental was cool, and I'd personally say to set up as a setup track, I say that's an 8 out of 10 personally.
Yeah, I really like that as a setup track. Yeah,
I mean, obviously it's not a song, but it's an intro, so you can't expect that much from it.
But I mean, it does a really good job of setting the stage.
It does. You're right.
When I'm back on a climb, you're only with me in the back of my mind now.
Alright, Sisyphus. You know our feelings on this song. This is a great song, good start to the album. It really sets the tone of him pushing the rock up the mountain. And, like I said in my previous video, here, I'll roll that clip right now. The last song, Summit Part 2, it'll play straight into Couloir again. Like, just, so, like, it's just like, it works it's just like a repeat. So they were also talking about how Sisyphus is that's kind of like Sisyphus, where it go up the mountain and straight down. But yeah, so I mean, it was a great start to the album, and it really it talks a lot about that climb, and they only love me when I'm back on the climb, and that's a lot about we'll talk about this later when we get to songs like what was it, Smiling at the Ground. Oh, we're gonna look. I better hit your car. Anyways, but it gives you this idea of how this album's gonna look, and that's basically it. But I mean, it's a good song, and I mean,
I don't know. You're talking a lot about the words, and for me personally, I think my favorite part of Sisyphus is the music, because I think it not only sets the stage, like the words set the stage for the rest of the album and like the meaning and all of that, but the music also, because the music there's a lot of complex elements to it that are in like some of the other songs, so it like also kind of sets the stage musically, which I think is cool. I mean, and it just sets the tone of the production quality, at least, because as you saw in our reaction, this album had many different sounds to it, and it's not, he doesn't stick to one thing. But at the same time, the production quality as a whole really speaks to how he's going to sound in the future. Or how he better sound in the future. Good job.
Oh, man. Oh.
Are you going to cut that part out?
I don't even know. But yeah, it speaks a lot. It's a very telling track, in my opinion. But yeah, I mean, that's a 10 out of 10. Yeah. Absolute banger. I mean, I think that should be on the radio, personally. Yeah,
that would be a good radio song.
Yeah, I mean, if I was sitting here jamming in the car, driving, I'd be like, hell up. If I was sitting here jamming in the car, driving, I'd be all, you know, oh yeah, Sisyphus grimace. It's the rock and roll vulnerable.
I love that part, the vulnerable part.
Yeah.
Like when you, just the way he says it.
Before we start our review of the song, I just caught a new bar. He's catching all that shade like Odell. Odell, he's not like he's well known, and he's a well-known guy. He's kind of what's the way I put this? He's kind of he's got that TikTok personality basically, but I think he has a YouTube channel, but he's also a football player. He's played for multiple teams. I don't know what team he's on right now. Let me see. If I don't think about it in 5 seconds, we'll just skip this part. Anyways, so Candles on Fire, I think this speaks a lot, again, like I was saying earlier, to how about his talent's going to sound in the future. But I think a lot of his hype songs are just going to, because I mean, if you listen to the rest of the hype songs on this album, excluding Where'd You Go, but Where'd You Go had old for me to use sound, so I'm not gonna judge it, because that was one of his singles back in 2020 that he released when he was originally gonna release for Medio. Anyways, it's a cool song. I mean, I'm gonna be bumping that in the car.
Yeah.
But
as I was telling you earlier,
yeah,
it's like a club song.
It's definitely a club banger.
Yeah, like I can just totally, like when I hear the song, I just envision a ton of people just
up and down. And I mean, it's gonna go crazy live. Quad, if you're coming live to Dallas, first off, if you're planning your shows right now, you're watching our review, just scratch in Dallas. Yeah. We're trying to come. We're trying to come watch. I know at least like 5 Quad fans just in like my friend circle that would love to come see you. So you'll have at least 5 people in your audience. Yeah. I mean, man, you have to do it. Anyways. But yeah, this is a club banger. Obviously good bars. Just good all in total. Candles on Fire is just kind of a sick name for a song anyways. Yeah. But I mean, it's a club banger. Not much to say except bars on bars on bars. And I would do a bar breakdown, but I mean, we literally just listened to this like an hour ago, and I don't remember any of the bars from the song. But I mean, not that there wasn't memorable bars, don't get me wrong, just like, you know, I
don't know, I have a hard time remembering rap lyrics because they just happen so fast.
I mean, I remember my rap lyrics okay, I just need to listen to them a couple times.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, Candles on Fire is one that had a lot of quick bars, but the flow was sick. I mean, that was sick flow. I mean, in that it just kind of thing he had going on there. I mean, that was Quad. You hit that one on the nail. That hit the nail on the head. That's what the metaphor is. All right, what do you rate it?
I don't know, like 10 out of 10.
I mean, yeah, that was a 10.
Yeah.
That was a straight 10 for different reasons than Sisyphus, but it's still a straight 10.
Yeah, well, I mean, I rate Sisyphus like way higher.
Oh yeah,
10.
well, I mean, just out of 10, but, 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be like a straight 10. So Fantano scale, I'd say about 7.
Are we gonna be doing that too?
Whatever. I don't know. It's whatever.
We rated this, but he'll probably rate it.
Fantano, man. I mean, Fantano. He likes Sisyphus, so I'm hoping he's gonna like the rest of this album. It's a solid sound. This is another one I feel like it'd be sick on the radio.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
I mean, I'd be hyped if this came on my radio. I mean, I think this is another one of his strong songs on the album here.
I gotta admit, the first time I heard this in our first reaction, I didn't like it that much. I liked the singing, but I just didn't. But like now that I'm hearing it, I was like,
it's fine.
Like, yeah, it's actually really good.
Yeah, I mean, you did a good production, obviously. Yeah. And I mean, I say obviously because this entire album just had good production. I don't think there's a single song that
good production because it took him like way too long.
I think we calculated it as 553 days.
Wow.
Well,
I mean,
you made me wait that long.
Yeah, but it was worth it.
It was very worth it, yeah. Okay, so Shades of Us. I love that whole, you know, I woke up on your side of the bed again. It almost sounds like, you know, she hasn't been sleeping on her side of the bed for a while.
Yeah.
Maybe I hope that's the right interpretation. Quad, flame me in the comments if this is, or you know, if you're reacting to this on the video, flame me on the video if I'm wrong. But like, I mean, that's how I interpreted it. And you having girl problems, buddy? Hey, come over here. Like, if you're coming again, you're coming to Dallas, so like come through. We can I don't know, chill at a Starbucks or something. I'll help you, my guy. I'll help you out. I'll give you that.
Set you up.
Yeah, we can set you up. I know some girls. I know some girls around here. I'll set you up. Oh man, but like for real, this is a cool song. And yeah, so now it's just shades of us, you know. It sounds like, I don't know, it sounds like he's really trying to like break apart the relationship's breaking apart into the different shades.
Yeah.
And he's like looking at different, you know, the different aspects of it, and all he can see are the different aspects rather than the bigger picture. That's the way I'm taking it, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I really, again, it's a rap, it got rap verses, cool chorus. That's about what the song is. But yeah, you know, rolling back to Sisyphus, I don't know if I'm gonna put this on, just add this on Sisyphus part. But I really wish he'd do more of the ending part of Sisyphus, is like the parts of the song. You know, like the da 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 da. That was sick.
Yeah.
I mean, Quad, you need to just make a song of that.
I can just picture the drum set player like going like at it.
He actually said that he had a live drum, like a drum set.
Yeah,
player.
That's what it sounded like.
Yeah, like it was a live drum set.
I can just picture that drum set player going like.
Yeah, I mean.
At it.
Anyways, yeah, we're just gonna tack that onto the other side. But yeah, Shades of Us. I mean, I'm saying that's a solid 7 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, I'd probably rate the same.
Yeah,
When I heard it, I was like kind of surprised that he was singing as much as he did on it.
Yeah, I mean,
it's because like rappers aren't really known for that, but like I was telling you before, and maybe in the other video, I really like his voice, like his singing voice, because not all rappers, most rappers probably can't sing. Yeah. But he actually can, somewhat. I mean, I think his voice is pretty good. So. Yeah.
I mean, Quad, yeah, we like your voice here, and yeah, sing more. I mean, you sang a lot on this album, but just. I mean, if you went to some orchestra hall and you just played on a piano and sang, I would listen to that. Yeah, like straight up, I'd show up. I don't know how many of your rap fans would show up, but I'd show up at least. True fans would show up. I mean, it would be fire. But I mean, yeah, it's a high 7, low 8 to me, personally. Yeah. And I mean, it's a good song. It's a good song. But I mean, obviously, I think the other two kind of trump that a little bit.
I mean, I don't think it's the best song on there, but I do think it's one of the stronger songs.
It's definitely one of the stronger. I think in total, a lot of the production in the beginning was where I think his strong suit was, and we'll talk about this more as we progress into the album. But I think this was definitely the strongest production. The strongest production was at the beginning, personally. And this might be where you spent most of your time. In the 553 days you spent as an Amish farmer. But yeah, I think that's about what we got.
I searched my fake name and found 1,000,000 results, but not half you.
So yeah, this song, Smiling at the Ground, obviously it's definitely, you know, what his fans are like, how his fans view relationships. And maybe this is another idea of like, you know, how fans in general view internet relationships. You know, I hope they break up, and like a view on drama. You know, we talked about this in the other video, but it's definitely a view on, you know, if it's not dramatic, the internet doesn't want to see it. Yeah. And that's just the sad truth, because you look at TMZ and stuff like that, and they're like, here, I'm gonna try my best to imitate the TMZ voice here. I don't know if you heard the TMZ voice, but it's like, Kylie Jenner broke up with her boyfriend again. I mean, that's exactly how it sounds. I mean, I don't know if y'all have heard it. No, I'm not gonna play a clip because I don't get copyright struck to the ground, like my last video. But yeah, not a copyright strike, but like got copyright claimed. But anyways. Yeah, not Shades. We're talking about Smiling on the Ground here, not Shades of Us.
Honestly, I think this is probably my second favorite song.
Yeah, I mean, this.
Now that I'm listening to it again, I actually really like the hook.
I mean, like the whole. I mean, I like the hook. The instrument there is kind of weird, and. Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like it goes. No, it does go in a really weird way. But like, when I first heard it, it kind of clashed a little bit, and. I don't know what it was about it. It just. Yeah, no,
I was the same way. The first time I heard the song, I was like, ugh.
Yeah, I know. It was very but I mean, now that I'm hearing it again, it's a good song. Yeah. I mean, it's just fire. Yeah. But like, yeah, Smiling at the Ground, it's a good song. And so what I was gonna say earlier is, you know, the little the thing that I thought was bats. in our first listen of it. It's actually like, it's like laughing, and like I feel like that's like his fans, and like his fans listening to the album or whatever, or like listening to like his love life or whatever, and they're laughing and they're like, yo, but like at the same time, you know, you gotta break up with this girl so you can, you know, make more music and make more money, kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's how I saw it, at least. But yeah, I mean, this one 9 out of 10, personally.
I'd probably say 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. Again, I think not Shades of Us. I keep saying Shades of Us. Candles on Fire. I mean, that's just a high tier song.
Yeah.
And that's a real 10 out of 10 for me. But like, this is definitely a solid song as well.
Yeah.
I think Fantano, if we're listening to this, would be definitely talk about that clashing that we're talking about.
6.
You what? Yeah, he'd probably give it a 6. But I mean, I like the chorus, da na 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 na, or something like that. No, it didn't go minor like that, but it was, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely like a 9 out of 10 for me.
Yeah.
Can it be it's you?
Listening to it a second time, I have a different appreciation for it.
Yeah, I do too. I still think some parts are a little bit weird.
Some parts are weird, and I need to hear the lyrics. I need to see lyrics on the side of the screen.
Honestly, I think it's really only 2 aspects of the music for me that's kind of weird. Like, the first one is that weird, like, synth thing at the beginning.
Which one? The kind of fart sound?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's the drum part.
Yeah.
And I just don't know if, I don't know, because I'm getting, like, 2 different vibes from, like, between those 2 instruments and then the vocals. I feel like, as I said, I think I said in the last video, I feel like this song would make a really good acoustic cover or like version of it. I feel like that would be really cool. So I feel like he should have just done that. Yeah,
Quad, if you're doing a live show, just break out the acoustic guitar and just like stump some chords. Just say, "Can't you see?"
Yeah. But the vocals are really pretty. And then isn't this the one that he sings like that super high note?
Yeah,
yeah,
like
that was impressive.
I mean, it's fire.
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely would put this now. I think I'm putting it at a 6 for me personally.
Yeah, I'd probably say the same.
It's like it has its good moments, but I again, like I was saying in the other video, I definitely think this is an interlude. I think you could have.
Yeah, the first time I heard it, I was like, "Is this the interlude?" I kept looking at the time like, "That can't be an interlude."
I definitely think this is like just Nick's Verglas interlude. Although it's a good interlude, it's just like you can nix it and make this the interlude and make it 17 songs.
Yeah.
Maybe you just wanted it to be 18 songs because it's an even number. I don't know, but I don't know. Yeah, it's definitely a 6 out of 10. Not my favorite. You?
Yeah, 6 out of 10.
Yeah. I mean, as an interlude, I definitely think this is a strong.
Yeah,
strong
I do like it.
It's definitely like a 7 as an interlude, not like as a song, you know?
Yeah. Is this the one that we were saying, like, is this quad?
Yeah. Now that I hear it, I kind of hear some, like, I definitely think he just, like, he was singing and just, pitched it down and then added some reverb to it. Let me know. But, yeah, it's a solid interlude. I mean, I wish I knew what he was saying, and also the
I feel like that sounded like, reminded me of an owl or something.
I think it was meant to be like wind or something like that, just like pitched wind, but like but it didn't hit.
Yeah.
I just thought it hit funny to me personally. But
yeah, I think it sounded cool. I just like I don't know. I just think I do kind of agree with you. It's a little bit weird, but
yeah. But yeah, I mean, there's not much to say since it's an interlude. I like the production, obviously, but I think we've liked the production on every song so far. And yeah, so definitely like an 8 out of 10 as an interlude.
Yeah, as an interlude, 8 out of 10.
I don't know what, as a song, I definitely wouldn't rate it that high.
I'd rate it lower.
Yeah,
like
but
5.
Yeah, definitely like a 5 as a song, but as an interlude, definitely high. Right, yeah.
Well, because remember I was telling you that it sounded like a nylon string guitar. I think some aspects of like later on in the song, and then I think there was another song somewhere that had some guitar at the end. But I think the beginning is actually steel.
Really?
So I don't know. It just it was like those acoustic electric guitars. I don't know.
Yeah, anyways.
It doesn't really matter.
It's a song. I really like this song.
Yeah.
I definitely think this is 9. I mean, I don't want to jump to our rating just straight, but it's like a 9 out of 10.
Honestly, the first time I heard it, I didn't really like that much.
But
I liked, and I still, it's okay, I guess, but like, it's not my favorite. But I will say this, I love the guitar part. I love the music. And I think certain aspects of this song are good.
I think vocalistically, this is probably one of like Quad's like best vocalistic performances. I mean, just fast rapping wise, I think he just nailed all those fast flows.
Actually, I think this is the song where I liked the ending better.
Really?
Yeah, I like the end half of the song better than the beginning.
But it's still, overall, I'd say it's a 9.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I'd probably rate it there too. Yeah.
I mean, you know, and I feel like, you know, we're very much going based on like, you know, we like this song.
Yeah.
But like, I don't want to. I'm trying to be as objective as I can, but it's a good song. And the way he did, like, pitches his voice and stuff like that, it really talks to like. I mean, I wish he did some of this stuff on like Man on My Left Shoulder, which he kind of did, but he didn't really dive into that much. Because this very much feels like Man on My Left Shoulder, like people are walking past me, like fast, like kind of like, you know that like those images where like you have like somebody just standing there walking slowly, but everyone else is like speeding fast. Yeah. That's how I feel like this song. That's how I feel when I'm listening to this song.
What was his debut album?
No, he had 3 more albums before that.
Really?
Yeah, and I don't know if you want to listen to those, but they're very, you know, 15, 16-year-old Quad kind of thing.
Oh, so Voice Memos was kind of his like first. Because I was gonna say like if it was his first album, then maybe like he was just kind of experimenting a little bit. But like this, like oh my gosh, there's such a huge jump between the production quality of Voice Memos and this album.
Definitely, and
it's like huge.
And I can almost see, and I don't want to say this, like, you know, knock on wood or whatever, but like I can see where in Sisyphus he said, you know, like I want to make it to the peak, but I'm just afraid of the drop, or something around the lines of that. And I see what he means, because it definitely feels like he could be reaching his peak of like how his sound can sound. Yeah. But I mean, if he stays at that peak, and I mean, you don't, even at this level, you don't need to go higher. But I know Quad, you got it in you to go higher, but you don't need to. Like, if you stayed in this level of production, I'd be okay.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about like, there's so many other rappers that have lower production quality.
I mean, you got
and
that
they're like so famous. So.
I mean, you got that one guy who literally goes. I'll show you later. But I mean, that's literally his entire song. He's like.
That's it?
That's his music. It's not even fire.
Wow.
But yeah, I mean, maybe another day, 9 out of 10, for sure. And good production quality, good vocalistic performances. I mean, all around, it's just a great song. So yeah, this track had, Alone Together, this track had a lot of like, you know, differences from the original, and I'll show, once we're done with this, I'll show you the original.
I think you might have.
I have shown you the original, but you might want to hear it again.
Yeah.
But I want to hear it again. But yeah, it definitely has a lot of differences from the original, and they're good. They're all good differences.
I think my favorite part of this song is that intro.
The orchestral.
I love that intro.
I mean, you can tell that he's at the very, like, this is like one of the biggest moments of like his album. And Alone Together, I don't know if originally in your, you know, your planning of this album or whatever, that's how you wanted it to feel, is like, you know, the big, bold moment of your album. But that's how I feel, you know, at least with like what you're feeling and what you're going through. I feel like this is a very, now especially with the, you know, long cinematic intro. Yeah. It definitely feels like you've got something like big that's gonna happen. And, you know, listening to Alone Together, with, you know, there's some subtle differences, you know, like the I think the world may be further apart. I think the I don't know if that was in the original song or not, but it was definitely in the music video. Yeah, it might just be the music video exclusive there, but yeah, definitely some changes in this song, and I'm okay with it. They all sound good. I wasn't mad at any of the changes that he made. So yeah, I think this is, again, wasn't necessarily one of my favorite songs on the album, or even when it dropped, it wasn't one of my favorites, but like, I'd say it's probably a 6. or 5 and kind of met expectations for the
Yeah, I
rest of
mean,
the album.
I think for me, I'd probably say it's 6 just because of that intro. Like, I love that intro. It's so pretty. So.
Yeah, I definitely say it's like a 6, just with the intro, and it surpassed the expectations of the original song, and that's how I'm kind of rating it. I'm saying 5 met the expectations of it. If you didn't change anything, I'd just rate the song a 5.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, if he didn't have the intro, then I'd probably rate it like 5 or maybe 4.
But like, since you changed something and you added it to it, and it added to the song, I definitely think it's around a high 6. And it's definitely, and I don't know, I feel like I'm just talking straight to Quad here, but like, I mean, I wanna be frank, you know, like Ocean. Hey guys, I'm a rapper. You know, I'm a clapper. I got bird bars, I'm a flapper. But yeah, I mean, you know, you got good bars in this song. I mean, it's all right. I mean, it definitely feels like something that could have, with different production, could have been thrown on Post Malone.
Yeah, I feel like, I don't know why, but I feel like this song is a song that a lot of people would probably like. But for me personally, I just don't know if I do. It
was a very controversial song when it released anyways.
Oh, really?
It was like, you either really liked it, it's like Marmite, you know? You either really liked it or you really didn't. So, I mean, I think it's interesting that we're both kind of in the middle here.
Yeah.
So. I want this video to stay not get age restricted.
Well, I mean, like I was saying, I don't know if I said this on camera, but like it's like they needed to
fill the cussing quota on the song.
Yeah, they need to fill the cursing quota.
I mean,
so they just added this song.
They just added IDK.
It's like every other word. Oh my god.
I mean, especially with IDK though, I have to be frank here, could not stand IDK's verse. IDK's verse is kind of trash.
I mean, kind of cringing the whole time, like,
IDK actually, like, I probably would have, on its own, I would have rated the song like a 7, but this is a high 6 to the IDK.
Yeah.
Low-key.
I like the very beginning of the song. I like that impact moment. And I like, I don't know, I guess what I like about God is that he doesn't always curse, or he does it, like, tastefully.
It's definitely tasteful.
And that's why, like, because that's normally why I don't like rap music, because they curse, like, every other word. And it just doesn't, I don't think it really adds to the songs. But, like, the fact that Quad doesn't do that, that's why I really like him.
Yeah.
Because he's just different.
Yeah, he is very different.
Yeah, and so...
And whenever you hear Quad on a song, you know it's Quad. Some people, you can just hear them, you're like, it could be like one of 3 different people. But this one, you hear Quad, you know it's Quad.
Yeah.
Especially, like, just in this song in general, you know it's Quad. But I think the best moments, honestly, on this album is when we couldn't tell it was Quad. Sometimes. Like, especially on that Verglas interlude, I liked it almost that I couldn't tell. Because he's got such a distinct voice that, like, sometimes when there's, like, a break in that, it adds to it, almost.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely think this is a 6. Good hype song all around. Quad carried it, hard carried. I think it would have been a high 7, maybe low 8 if there wasn't IDK on this song.
I'd probably rate it like 4.5.
Just because of IDK?
No, well, the only reason I'm rating it that half is because I like the beginning music. But like other than that, I'm not a huge fan.
I mean, it just didn't feel like it fit. I feel like honestly, because this is like the original way
it's
he
like they needed another
album.
Song and they just threw that one in there for like no reason.
I feel like also Quad maybe just couldn't expand on that idea.
Yeah.
So he just kind of, just like, you know.
Yeah, they probably spent like an hour.
I don't know.
There's some good parts of it, I guess. Yeah. And like Quad's part in it, I like it, but I just think the song as a whole, that's why I rated like 4.5.
Yeah.
It's not like, I don't know.
It's weird.
It's definitely on the weaker side of the album.
Because like I was saying, the lower you get in the album, the weaker it kind of, I feel like it starts to get. Yeah,
that's what I was thinking too when I was listening to it the first time. I was like, oh,
because like Summit, I thought I was gonna love Summit so much.
Yeah.
But I didn't like the part 2. I can't even say that. I mean,
I somewhat liked part 2. I think part 1 lasted too long. And we both kept looking at it going, is it almost over?
I know, I kept looking up and down like, is it already almost there?
I was like, no, we're not. We still have like a whole 2 minutes left.
I mean, it's again a good interlude. It felt like a movie soundtrack, honestly.
Yeah, honestly, I think I like this one way more than the first interlude.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Yeah, like, I like movie soundtracks, and like you were saying, it sounds a lot like a movie soundtrack.
Yeah.
And I like the voice, like the effects, like the vocal effects and everything. And as I was saying too just now, like I liked the chord.
And I mean, yeah, the chords, just the chord progressions and everything about this song is pretty good. I mean, as an interlude, I say 9 for sure.
I'd probably say 10.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
I mean, just from what we've heard so far, I think this was kind of the one that, like while we were listening to it the first time, I kind of just like glazed over in my mind. Not because I didn't like it, just because it was like,
what happened to the previous song?
Yeah. I was like,
just like your brain melting slowly.
We gon' work until the try out. I've been grinding all day, I'm about to cash out. We gon' put in work until it works.
Well, I don't like the way his vocals are mixed in this song. I feel like the bass is too loud and
okay, yeah, I was gonna say the bass I can go a little bit.
The bass knocks, but like at the same time the bass knocks.
I think it's a little bit too loud.
I don't know. Let's see. I don't know if the way we had it like set up. Hang on. No, it's normal because I remember I messed with the bass one time on guitar.
I put it back.
Okay, fair. But yeah, it's a good song. The vocals could be mixed a little louder, and there are some parts in other songs like Sisyphus at the end. I feel like his vocals could have been mixed louder, but I also like the art on that, so that's why I let that slide.
Yeah.
But like,
I mean, the feature in this one.
Yeah, the feature. It's just the fact that it's just a chorus. I think partially that I liked it.
Yeah, I like the chorus. Like, yeah, that's the part.
But like, and Quad obviously he went hard on his verse, and I like that. I like his vocal delivery. His flows are great, and this is another one where you just have to kind of look at the flows and the bars and stuff like that, because. And I mean, you know, production. Obviously, we're seeing more of this in different kind of Quad production.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, I think that's all we can really say about this one. Just basically.
Another hype song.
It's just another hype song.
Which one do you like better, the first hype song or this one?
What you mean, Candles on Fire? Yeah. Candles on Fire is definitely the song.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I kind of like that.
I mean, I'd say this one is still like a high 8 for me.
I really like the 7.
Really?
Yeah.
Why that?
I don't know. I don't know. Because I like Candles on Fire.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think I rated that one a 10, but I don't remember. But yeah, I don't know. There's just something about this song that is making me not want to make it an 8. You know. Fair. And I can't quite put my finger on it.
I think for me, partially it's the bass, but the reason that's why it's not 9.
We got different life plans, I know.
I like the song.
Yeah, the first time I heard it, I actually didn't like it as much as I thought I would.
Really?
For some reason. Yeah, but now that I'm listening to it again, I really like it. Really grown.
I definitely think like his chorus, the way he mashed it together. I say mashed, but like the way he just produced it and mixed it. I mean, I definitely think that's probably one of the better parts of this song. And Guap Dad, he only barely was under Quad on this song. That's one of the things I liked. He didn't bring the song down as much as IDK did. And I mean, I
brought it down.
I mean, IDK's verse was just weak.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, Guap Dad's verse actually was pretty good. Guap Dad's kind of fire.
I think the part that I guess the reason why I thought I would like it more the first time I heard it was because I really like the beginning part with all like the stops and like, the song. I think that's kind of cool when an artist does that.
Yeah.
And just has like, no noise. And so that's why I thought I would like the rest of the song, but then I just didn't for some reason. But yeah, now I'm listening to it again, I do really like it.
It has a good chorus, and this is another one of those. It almost gives me a little Sisyphus vibe in a way.
Yeah.
Just that the chorus is like, it's one of those that I know I'm gonna have stuck in my head for the next couple weeks or so. But I mean, yeah, this is a 10 for me, honestly. I definitely rate this song.
I probably rated a 9.
Really?
Yeah, just because I don't know. Sisyphus was like, I don't know.
Sisyphus really set a bar, like a new bar for him. But like, People Pleaser was still really good. That's
it was good. Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, it's definitely like a 9. I love the production on it. I love all the ways that he's like trying new sounds, and this is another new sound for him. Do more of this, and just keep more of that da 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 that kind of sound. I like the, I like that kind of like, you know, the we have different night plans. I know. Do something more like that. I really like that personally. That's just me. I like this. This is probably the strongest interlude on this whole song, the whole album for me.
Wait, this is an interlude?
This is an interlude. I originally, when I heard this snippet, I thought this was going to be the last song in the album, personally. It just I thought it was going to be a similar vibe to These Days, you know, that this was going to be like, you know, you're going to have the hard, like the kind of, you know, trappy beat, and then it'll be like stop and like I want you back here. Oh, life will never be the same as last year. I thought that was how it's going to be. If anything, the way he kind of edited it, because this was a snippet at the end of Alone Together, I definitely thought this was going to just be like the backup of Alone Together. But it's a good interlude, 10 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, for me, I think you're right. I think it's probably the strongest interlude on this album, but I don't know. I feel like I still like Hallstatt better as an interlude. Yeah, I don't know why.
Just the way it was kind of mixed, or what?
Yeah, just something about it. I don't know.
Okay.
But yeah, I do really like this one.
Yeah, and I love the way the choirs and the oohs, just that chord on there. I know it's kind of like way off tune, but like, but like, yeah, I love the way he did that. That was just, it was great. Yeah. It was genuinely like one of the better moments that he hit. And I mean, after this, I don't really, my issue is now, after this part of the album, I don't really know what direction he's trying to head in. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, the last few songs of the album, I was like,
I was questioning.
Well, I mean, I'll just say that when we get to Summit Part 2.
Okay. Alright, but yeah, it's a 10 for me. You?
I'd probably say, well, as an interlude, probably a 10, but just in terms of, like, how much I like it, I'd probably say, like, 8 or 9.
Okay. Alright, I can respect that. Yeah, so I definitely liked a lot of this song as well. You know, he's talking, I think something really bad happened with his girl.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, he's talking about, would I still be in the picture if we turn all the cameras off? You know, it's like I hide behind the camouflage and stuff like that. I mean, I definitely think this is where, you know, he starts to like regress as he goes up to the summit of the mountain. Personally, that's how I'm kind of seeing it. And I mean, when I first heard this snippet, this was a snippet that he put on another video, but I thought this was gonna be the end of the song. Whoa, that's how it was all a game. That's how he kind of ended it. I mean, I don't remember how the song ends, but yeah, it was a good song, and I wasn't expecting the pianos when I first heard it. The dun gun gun gun.
I like the pianos.
I liked it.
Yeah.
It's not what I was expecting when I first saw It's All a Game. And I mean, it's a good song though. I love the chorus, the It's All a Game chorus. Yeah. And I think this is one of the ones that had a switch up in it. The way he recorded this part, and I was going to mention this in the original reaction video, but it sounds like he had his phone just like recording it off to the side, and he was like just playing on the piano. Maybe he was actually doing that. If you were fair play, it actually sounds kind of sick. But like, I don't know. It's a cool way to do it. I'd love to know how you did that. Also, the falsetto part that you hit.
Yeah.
Tell me how you did that. Share me your secrets so I can go sing that.
It didn't sound like super auto-tuned.
It didn't. I don't think most of this is auto-tuned.
That's why I'm like, whoa.
Yeah. Because, you know, in the original stuff, like, you know, what was it? These Days had heavy auto-tune.
Yeah, and Man on My Left Shoulder.
Man on My Left Shoulder had some auto-tune.
Yeah.
And it was fire auto-tune.
Yeah, I still liked it, but, like, this is, like, I wonder if he took vocal lessons or something.
Yeah, I mean Quad, wow. I need to know if you went to vocal school, and I don't remember where you went, some California school. But I know you were doing a music major or something like that. I do my research, my guy. But, like...
or you're just a stalker. Exposed.
But yeah, I thought it was fire personally.
Yeah, I'd probably rate it like 9, like 5.
This is about, I think it's a high 8, low 9 for me. And Again, it was a fire song, don't get me wrong.
Honestly, I think it's just the 9 point, I think it's the 0.5 for me because, just literally because of those two high notes that he hit. It's just so impressive.
It is so impressive, and I just want to rate it as a song as a whole. That's how I'm doing it personally.
Yeah.
I think it is a song as a whole, it's a high 8, low 9 for me.
Yeah, I'd probably say like 9.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's hitting harder for me since the first listen, for sure.
Yeah.
I think a lot of this actually has hit harder for me.
Yeah, the first time I heard this, I wasn't like a huge fan.
Yeah. A lot of this album, first time I heard it, I mean, I wasn't a huge fan. But
for me, it was like, I think the first part of the album was pretty good.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, this is like really, really good. And then as time progressed, I was like, I don't know.
And maybe we were just kind of, you know, listening to the same thing over and over again, and that's kind of why we just lost things to say. I don't know. But yeah, I hope that video wasn't too boring. But
I mean, the first time I heard it, I liked all of it. Just like all of the album. It's just some of the songs I like, because I appreciated it from like a production point of view, and I thought it was good from that point of view. Just as a listener, I didn't really know, but now that I'm listening to it again, I do really like it a lot more. Like the album as a whole.
I agree. You can already hear a bunch of the differences in this mix. It is much harder, and I mean, it's just good. I kind of want to break this one down a little bit just because I like the way he mixed this a lot better than the original.
I don't remember the original.
I'll show you the original. So I definitely think like the muddy bass, I don't think that was originally part of the song. Like it kind of sounds like it's got just like a dime on top of it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And I like that. I definitely think the way he did that was just really good. And overall, I think, and I'll say this, you know, as 5 being the, you know, it met expectations again. I think this is a 7 or an 8. As a new mix standpoint, I think this was a 7 or an 8.
I'd probably rate it like 6.
Yeah.
I like how he raps with a lot of attitude.
Just, I can't excuse some of the dancing in the music video. You need to see the music video. But I mean, he goes like...
Oh wait, maybe I actually did see it. I just don't remember the song.
I mean, he was over here, you know, doing his like church clap thing. And I mean, like, Quad, you make good songs, but you can't make good dance moves. I mean, even in the music video for Sisyphus, you're over here like...
Oh yeah,
Hilarious. I mean, what is happening? Quad, you have to... You know what? In Insecure, you did have some good dance moves. I'll play them like right here. But like... yeah, right. But come on, my guy. Come on, just make up a good dance move. Listening to it, it sounds a little better. Again, I think this is another one of those.
The first time I was hearing this, I actually did really like it. But then as it progressed, like after his vocal part, I mean, because I like the lyrics in his vocal part. I think it's kind of clever. Yeah. But I think as it progressed and when he was kind of done with that and it was just kind of quieter, I didn't really like that part as much because I think it just went on for like a little bit too long, like a minute too long. Like I said, like we were both just like looking at it like, is it over? Is it almost over? And then yeah, I mean, just I hear the call to action, the kind of, you know, resolution of your essay, your resolution of the story, whatever. I hear it. It's just I don't at the same time. Yeah, I just the biggest thing I didn't like is how much it sounded like the original trailer. And I know that it was supposed to be just like a modified version of it, but I don't feel like it added much. And I get what he was trying to say about looking out, you know, looking out from the summit and like, you know, just being at the top, finally realizing that you made it there and that you're sitting and like looking out in the surroundings. I get what he's trying to say, but it doesn't sound like the ending. And I'd like to revise my statement about, you know, the whole voice memos thing, you know, the whole, I hope I said that, and I hope I got that voice memos for an original edit, an original video. Like the one that before cut out, because I know I said it at some point. Well, you'll edit this. Yeah, I'll edit this anyways. This is the part I'm going to heavily edit. But
But yeah, I'll retract what I said about that voice memos thing. I get that it's supposed to be different. You know, this isn't supposed to be another voice memos or voice memos 2 or whatever. It's supposed to be its own thing. But I mean, and it accomplishes its goals, but it just doesn't do it to the point it just doesn't satisfy me personally as a listener.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I mean, I listen to all different genres, so like this is more ambient, orchestral, instrumental sounding.
Yeah.
So I personally really like it as an ending because I do think it does a good job of like coming to a close. And it's like, you know, there were so many like hype songs and good songs in that, and like with the rest of the album earlier.
Except Burnin Bridges.
Yeah, except Burnin Bridges.
Because of IDK.
Yeah. No, IDK's burning bridges with his fans.
Yeah.
That was horrible. Horrible. Anyway, yeah, what was I saying before?
It felt like a good close.
Yeah, it felt like a good close because it was just like everything is just coming down to like this more silent, kind of sleepy feeling. Yeah. Like kind of like the like finally I did it. Like I'm here at the top of the mountain and I'm looking out. Yeah. And now there were a few things I didn't really like about it. I think I mean, I think Summit Part 1, I think it was too long. So I think if I were to like re-edit this, I would probably only make like maybe 1 track, not like 2 parts. And then I'd also like cut out the end of Summit Part 1, like after his vocals and everything, because it lasts a little bit too long, like we previously said. And then I think I would cut out the beginning of Summit Part 2, because I also think that it's just like, I don't know, I just didn't really feel it. I mean, musically, yeah, it sounded cool, but just for the album, I don't think it really added that much. Yeah. So I would cut it out a little bit and shorten it. But yeah, I think it ended in a nice way. As an album ending, what do you think you were rating it? I don't know, like, I'd probably say like 9 out of 10. A 9 out of 10? Yeah. I agree. Honestly, as much as I didn't like it, and I say that I didn't like it on the first listen or whatever. Yeah. I mean, I still think it's a solid album ending, personally. I mean, he did a good job with what he was meant to do. Yeah. But I think as a song, it doesn't rate as high. But as an album ending in itself, I feel like it's good. It's good enough. You know, it does what it needed to do. Yeah, it gets the job done. Gets out of there. It's no These Days, because These Days is just a perfect album ending in my opinion. But, that was a good song. And maybe that's just me being nostalgic or whatever, but it wasn't like that, but in some ways that's okay. And I think that's, when I'm listening to it again, I think that's something I'm going to have to, you know, wrap my head around. Yeah. So yeah, I think 9 out of 10 on that one. So, you know, our closing thoughts or whatever, I think overall it's a very strong album, obviously, and personally, I would say it's a 10 out of 10, but, you know, nothing's perfect. So, and like, objectively, I'd have to say 9, you know? What about you? Objectively, I'd probably say, that's hard, like 8.5 to 9. Just because there were some songs on there that were kind of weak. Really? Yeah, so like... And like, even on the weak songs, I feel like the production was still like a good quality. For the most part, it was just, it didn't really fit together. Yeah. And it didn't really fit with the album. So, yeah, I think that's why I would give it like an 8.5 to 9. Because there was like really, like some of the songs were really good. Yeah. It's just some of them weren't. Yeah. So. I agree. Yeah, some songs just didn't hit it for me. Yeah. And others did. That's the thing. I mean, because we got Candles on Fire pulled up to over here. Yeah. And I mean, that one hit. Yeah, it's such a good song. It's a great song. But I mean, just some others just didn't hit that same way. And it's okay, you know? It's very okay that it didn't work that way. But, I mean, just as a project in total, it's definitely a 9 out of 10. It comes with some of its flaws, you know? Not everything was perfect on there. There's some, you know, inconsistencies and, you know, fart bases. Or whatever. Yeah. And like, honestly, I just hope that like, this might be kind of cheesy sounding, but I just hope like Quadeca likes it. Like it's perfect to him. Yeah. Because like, as an artist, there's obviously going to be people that don't like it. Yeah. Like don't like your work, but I feel like in order to like stay true to yourself, you need to be happy with like the work you do.
Yeah.
So I hope that for him, like I hope he still likes his work. Because I mean, I would if I were him. Like it's good, solid production. I mean, seriously, it's wow. But yeah. I
mean, looking from the perspective of an artist and myself, I know that you're not going to like everything that you put out, but sometimes you just have to put something out. I mean, that's true. There's sometimes that you're not going to get exactly what you're looking for.
Maybe Burnin Bridges was that.
I mean, for me personally, you know, like, especially on my EP, Dusted On EP, go ahead and stream that.
Promo.
But yeah, especially on that album, or you know, that EP, like most of those songs on there, they weren't to the level I wanted them to be, but they were okay for the first release. Like especially like what was that? I keep forgetting the name. Start with a W. We're Done Here. Yeah, We're Done Here. Especially like We're Done Here. There's so much I wanted to do with that song, but
I mean, you could always go back later.
I was thinking about remastering it and re-recording the entire thing, and just doing like a remastered We're Done Here with a music video and stuff like that. Because that song is a slapper, and just like bars and stuff like that, it's a slapper. But it just didn't hit where I wanted to. Anyways, that's for a different time. Yeah. I might do a if anyone is interested, I might do a Dusted On retrospect in retrospect.
I'll
just
tell
to kind
it's supposed to be about Quadeca. You're making about yourself. Wow.
All right. So, anyways, where do you think he's gonna go from here?
Down the mountain.
Yeah, I'm thinking we're gonna see from you to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going down.
Yeah.
Down the mountain now.
But hopefully up in like quality.
Up in quality.
Like honestly, if I were him, like I would feel the pressure right now because like especially Sisyphus, like wow, like how do you top that? How do you top that?
That's such a beautiful song.
Yeah, but I mean, I think he's up to the challenge. I think he can do it.
I mean, I know he's got one more kind of hyper pop-esque song coming out.
Oh really?
I don't remember what it's called personally. I don't remember the features.
And you say your
feature's name. Okay. But I remember the song and it sounded really good. I mean, and the feature was actually sounded really good as well. He dropped it in, or like the snippet came out in like January or February or something like that.
Did you show that one to me?
Maybe not. Here it is now.
Cheesy.
Here it is now. But yeah. So anyways, you know.
We should have did jazz hands. Okay, sorry.
Anyways, it was a great album.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
It was amazing.
And
yeah.
I'm going to be listening to this again and again.
Yeah.
But anyways, guys, I think that's the video today. If you enjoyed, make sure you leave a thumbs up. Quadeca, if you're watching this, please just put me on your video. It doesn't, like, all you have to do is go, and just like.
Quadeca, if you put Tyler in your video, only have that part.
just like the zoom in on me.
Yeah.
Just, you know, you gotta put your camera up and just go, and like, you know, you gotta
look. That's the reaction.
Yeah, that's all you have to do is do this. I'd be happy. Oh, and maybe put my channel in the description so I can get subs. I'm not cloud chasing. I promise I'm not cloud chasing.
Wow.
I actually really like would honor your, or not honor. That doesn't make sense. I'd really value
your. I'd be honored to be on your channel.
I'd really value to see your. I'd be honored to see your reaction to my video, just to see what you think and to see if you think this is valuable, valuable contributions to what you're thinking. Artist, whatever. I know we're not on the same level, but you know, valuable like thoughts.
Watch out.
And yeah, and see if it's valuable thoughts and if I have a valid interpretation of your album. So yeah, anyways, guys, that was the video. Make sure you like and subscribe, and let me know if you like some of those video ideas I was mentioning earlier. Definitely, both of us can do that kind of thing. So yeah, we will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.
Same, I hurt myself too much, that's why the darkness closes in some, and I think there's something wrong inside my head.